talk a little bit about Andrew Tate, but also Brexit and the common travel area and ETIS. You've got the ETA, which is going to be coming in for the UK as well, end of the year. And also, there's EFTA as well, isn't there? The US version. But it's fun to reminisce about things that happened in the past to some rather unsavoury characters, such as Andrew Tate. When he gets drawn over the coals by a 19-year-old climate activist, Greta Thunberg. Now, I know Greta Thunberg isn't everybody's cup of tea. I actually think the girl's brilliant, quite frankly. But back in 2022, she managed to, literally grab him by the balls and twist them, if you ask me. When Andrew Tate emailed or tagged Greta Thunberg, saying, "Do you want to see my the list of my 33 or 34 cars, luxury cars, and their enormous ambitions?" She says, "Yes, please. Do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com." Well, that has to be one of the best responses to Andrew Tate, or anyone actually, ever. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. It was. And, that sort of like flew around the net quite a bit, and she got a lot of recognition for that. And he got made to look like a flipping idiot that he is. Well, he ain't that bright, is he? Let's be honest. He got arrested, not just recently, but over a year ago. I think it's 2022. This was when 2022 was at the end of 2021. 2022. Basically, he did a live stream and he had some pizzas delivered, luxury pizzas delivered, and had the name of the pizzeria on them. People were looking for him. The authorities want to know where he is. Needless to say, they managed to find out where he is, and he got arrested, didn't he? And he spent some time here behind bars with his brother. The investigation continued. He ended up getting released on house arrest. Now, about a month ago, he got took off house arrest, and that quickly got reversed, since there's more cases against him involving minors, children, against Andrew Tate. Now, this is obviously an ongoing inquiry and what have you, so nobody really knows the entire, all the information yet, or all the evidence. Obviously, only those involved. But anyway, he lost his right he got arrested the other day again, and now he can't actually travel again. He's on house arrest yet again. Well, yesterday, they seized his property. Over 30 million, I don't know if it's euros or dollars or pounds, whatever it is, worth of assets. Cars. 34 cars were seized. I believe he had more than that originally. He already had a load seized before. Yeah, 34 cars were seized. Now, he says they're trumped up charges, where somebody who supports Donald Trump would probably say that. But quite frankly, people like Andrew Tate and the change of the environment recently, I'm not talking about climate change, people like him are going to be weighed and measured. It ain't just going to be Andrew Tate. It's going to be other individuals as well. They're going to find themselves entering the United Kingdom or entering the EU, and going to find themselves arrested. Just like the owner of that tweeting platform called Telegraph. He got arrested the other day. I can't remember his name though, Purol or something, I don't know. But anyway, he got arrested in France for the fact that he didn't censor messages on his platform that were either that were illegal, basically, and encouraging hate and all. What they do on those sort of places. It isn't the Telegraph, it's the Rumble, isn't it? It's Donald Trump's Truth Social that seems to have, well, losing money left, right, and centre. The whole platform for Truth Social only turns over in revenue $1 million. See, no one wants to advertise with these kind of people. If you can't advertise with them, if no one wants to advertise with you, well, how are you going to fund it? How are you going to fund these platforms unless there's foreign entities just wanting to hand over money? Because they want to disrupt the common interest. They want to cause aggravation to people. They want people like Andrew Tate out there causing, running amok. Anyway, he's trying to make out that he's the big guy out there, and I don't care. I had all these cars taken from me, but I don't care. His brother, in a live stream yesterday, he was blaming his brother, Andrew, for the fact that Andrew didn't allow him to have his bees. He had some harebrained crackpot scheme that if he had bees, when they got raided with these people, with these the authorities with these helmets on and stuff like that, being raided, the bees would have stopped them because all the noise. The bees would have been aggravated. They got aggressive. Bees aren't aggressive. I've kept bees. The bees aren't aggressive. No. You can pretty much call the bees. You can do pretty much what you like with bees. They might sting you, but nothing major. You get the odd one. But as a whole, no. So all this is flying about, all this disruption, and the fact we got Brexit as well back in 2016, and people like Andrew Tate and Nigel Farage and others, Katie, you name it, the whole lot of them, would push the Brexit. Including Trump pushed the Brexit, and we got the Brexit. And it's actually gone against these people. Brexit has actually made it very, very difficult for these people to exist. It's harder for them. So we don't have the common travel area. The UK is not a part of the common travel area anymore. So there's rules that are going to be enforced very, very soon. And one of those rules is the EES system that's coming into play. We've now got a date. So I think it's the 10th of November. That'll be coming into play, which basically means your biometrics are going to be taken, and it's going to be stored, and you won't need passports, stamping or anything like that. It's all going to be done, And that's for countries that have visa-free travel, for which the UK has got that via especially got a 90 and 180 days Schengen visa. And it's all written into the Trade Cooperation Agreement, which allows UK citizens to travel the EU for 90 days and in every 180. It's a rolling thing, If you go for 1 week or 2 weeks or the whole 90. Now, that means you can't just get on the plane and jump over and do what you want to do. I don't know, treat the missus, have a romantic weekend in Spain. Or Paris. Probably, actually, Paris. It's not going to be as easy as it used to be. Everything's going to take time, especially when the ETIS comes in next year. And it's going to be, they're going to take a loose approach on it for the first part of the year, first part of the introduction of the ETIS system, which is the travel authorization system. And come November, I think it's November the 25th of next year, it will be, November 2025 next year, it will be the end of the grace period will be over, so you'll have to have it. If you haven't got it, you can't travel. And it's going to take, they say it's going to take about 3 days to get it. It can take up to a month, depending on your situation. If you're a criminal, like somebody, or you come from a war zone or something, like you travel the war zone or something, well then the likelihood is you're not going to actually get your ETIS very easily. In fact, it's going to be quite difficult. You're going to probably have to have an interview and stuff like that, especially if you've got a criminal record. Now, people like Andrew Tate, currently living in Bulgaria. Well, he doesn't seem to understand the laws you see in Bulgaria, not the same as the United States, regarding children. He's 16 over there. It's got nothing to do with the EU, just so you know. The EU does not dictate a whole country's laws. That's just stupid. People say things like that. Like saying that in the UK that we were being dictated to by the EU. No, we were part of a club. We also had the veto. So if we didn't want to do it, we didn't have to. That's why we aren't. That's why we're not in Schengen, or we're in Schengen. Anyway, we've got in chat anyway. I'm forgetting about people. Oh, Romania! Of course, Romania. Sorry. Yes, you're right. I am winging it. Yeah. He said, how many times have I said Bulgaria? I'm thinking about the Wombles, you say. That's what it is. Yeah, no, but yeah, Romania. Yeah, anyway, they caught up with me. It's in Romania, yeah, so 16 in Romania, and that's where Andrew Tate resides. Unfortunately for him, he's been drawn over the coals for good reason. I'm going to get into that in a moment, actually. There's a lot of video clips, there's a lot of recorded WhatsApp messages, online stuff as well, where he clearly admits his crimes. And some of them are horrendous. I'm surprised they haven't actually locked him up already, to be honest. Because it's just another case of people with money, they can sort of bribe their way out of trouble. Now, recently he got arrested again because they think he was a flight risk. And that was after they said, "Oh, okay, you can fly again now, or you can, you're not under house arrest anymore." Well, then they decided, hang on, that's a bad idea. And they changed their minds. Well, a YouTuber basically slipped, YouTube or on Twitter, slipped that Andrew Tate's intentions was to leave Romania, not Bulgaria, Romania. So yeah, rewind. That makes no sense. Okay, what have I said? What are you waffling on about, geezer? Geezer? What's geezer? Oh, that's because you're are you an Andrew Tate fan? You like people who like fiddle with kids and stuff. Well, actually not fiddle with kids, but uses children for his blinking girlfriend, right? He was doing this stuff with her, right, with his webcams when she was 15 years old. 15. That's some father's daughter. Some mother's daughter. You know? I think some of these people, they come off like they do. There's a lot of fathers out there who, quite frankly, would not take too lightly to their children being abused by a 37-year-old man. Would they? Who just use their money and influence to, get their own way, basically. When these kids, that's what they are at that age, they don't really know what they want or what they're doing. You know? Kids make mistakes, stupid mistakes. Like that she a Bulgar woman, whatever her name was, I can't remember what the name was now. Went over to ISIS, didn't she? And she's been trying to get back into the UK, but they stopped her. She didn't really know what she was doing. She might have thought she was, but kids that age, they get easily hoodwinked into stuff. They, someone's making it because they're receiving attention. Kids at that age are desperate, all hormonal and stuff as well, aren't they? I know what I was like at that age, I was very hormonal. Didn't help me much, though. Meow! Still Larry the cat. Hello there, my friend. Good morning. Hello, my friend. I hope you're well. How you doing? You caught me middle lunch, yeah. Now, normally I have a live stream tonight at 8:30 p.m, but I'm going to have to cancel. There's a couple of reasons. Well, one reason I was going to wing it and just go for it. And that was because I'm going to a 60th birthday party tonight. And I was going to leave it at a reasonable time so I could actually do this live stream, even if I was a little bit later with it. But I've got stupid problems with my internet, and hence I'm on the mobile phone at the moment. And the problem is that my router, or the live box, the router, it can't process the SLL certificates, which is basically the security certificates on websites. That's where you get the little S on the HTTPS. It can't process every single site. So I'm going onto websites. Half the time I can't get on there. It's really problematic. I can't get onto X at the moment. I reset the box completely twice now. It's okay for a bit, and then the same thing happens again. Apparently it is the box. Well, it must be the box because I've tried all the other systems and it works, but not through that box. So there you go. So I'm not going to be live tonight. So I thought I'd better go live this afternoon and say hello to everybody and have a chat what's going on at the moment because so many people have just got their head in clouds. They really have. I know you guys haven't, but it's like they keep calling this the ETIS a visa. ETIS visa. No, it's not. It's not a visa at all. Some people call it a visa waiver. It isn't really even that. We've already got visa-free travel with the EU in the UK. You got that through the Schengen. I know I'm not a Schengen member. I know that, but it's all part of the Trade and Cooperation Agreement. Just how it is. So you see, the thing is, being outside the club, you haven't got freedom of movement for individuals. But I actually think this is causing not just a huge amount of problems regarding travel, and the fact that we're going to see massive queues and problems with the airports and the trains, Eurostar, you name it. It's going to be everything, the ferries, everything, every form of transport into the European Union is going to be more difficult than it's ever been before. This year is going to be your last year having relatively easy travel, even though it's harder than it was while we were in the EU. It's going to be even harder. It's going to be more problematic, more you're going to have to do, more hoops to jump through, which means other things regarding ETIS, for instance, I was mentioned earlier, if you want to just say, oh, I'll pop across the channel, I don't know, get myself a camembert, I don't know, a cheese, well then, quite frankly, you can't just do that anymore. Everything takes time. Now, when you get your ETIS, though, once you got it, it'll last 3 years, or for as long as your passport is valid. So if you've got to reapply for your passport within the 3 years, well then you will have to reapply for the ETIS. I think it costs about €7 or €6 or something. It isn't expensive, but it does. For me, it makes me feel. Well, I'm okay because I'm in the EU already. Because I've got residency here. I don't need to worry about all that stuff. I will. Will I for the UK? Maybe, I don't know. Because that'll be coming in. The ETA is coming in the end of this year, which is also going to be causing a huge amount of problems. Now, I have actually got a bit of a solution. Now, people accuse me of not having solutions, keep coming up with the problems, but never have the solutions. Well, I've got an idea for you, all right? Now, I just had my grandchildren over visiting during the summer holidays, and I've still got my little granddaughter here. She's staying an extra couple of weeks, little Grace, and she goes back 2 days after the school starts. Now, if anyone don't know this already, in the UK, a horrible politician whose father, I don't know, was a fish merchant. His own father called his son a liar, and we're talking about Michael Gove, and he brought in something that basically meant that you can't take your children out of school to go on a holiday or do anything like that out of school time. Now, most countries allow you to do that. You can't here in France. They'll say to you, oh, have a nice time. It's experiences. Experiences matter. It's all part of growing up. It's not just spending time in school. You know as well as I do, kids don't actually learn very quick in school. They just don't. There's too many distractions. There's disruptive kids. You name it. You might have an autistic kid in the child or something. In the school, and that could also cause issues. Now, my wife worked in the school. We had one autistic, was it autistic ADHD? Anyway, it was a disruptive child in the school, and they would lose around at least an hour a day of education because of that one child. So the whole class, don't be wrong, we have to make provision, but the whole class basically lost 1 hour of education every single day. They've lost a day. at the end of the week, basically. Almost, you know. So it doesn't make sense to me. But my solution, okay, I'll get back to what I was talking about. My solution regarding travelling and easing the burden on travel and the volume of traffic, you know, we need to spread it out across the year, don't we? Instead of it all being through the summer holidays, which pushes the prices of holidays up and the cost of travel up. I mean, like for instance, it was going to, if for instance I want to send Grace home now, it would cost me like £200 or £300. Whereas if I waited just like 2 days after or a day after the end of the whole summer holidays, it drops down to like 20 or 30 quid. You know, it's 10 times more. What family can really afford that? So kids are actually missing out. They're not going on holidays because, especially they're not going abroad because they can't afford to. Lots of families can't afford to go abroad because the cost of travel is too high in season. It's the same with accommodation, holiday, rentals and what have you. And the same in the UK as well. Whether you're travelling across the channel, but also in the UK, we need to lighten the load. To do that is to get rid of that stupid rule that Margaret Gove brought in, where families could take their children on holiday, maybe in May, maybe in November even, or September, or any month other than the school holidays. Other people who can really afford it go in those times, and people who need to save a bit of money, gives them options. We never used to have it before, you know. Why do we need it now? It was about experiences. Maybe you could, have it so you need to do something while you're away. The kids do, so they have some sort of project they do, like my granddaughter's doing at the moment. She's doing a project about renewables and living off grid and stuff. Been drawing trees and stuff, about how the trees breathe and how they provide oxygen and stuff like that. She's been doing. She's only 7. It gives her something to show her teacher when she gets back. She's probably learnt more here than she would have done in the classroom. She still does her education every day. I know not all parents do that, not all grandparents do that either. But maybe that's what the onus should be put on. But we shouldn't be removing parents' ability to take their kids on holiday. Not everyone can afford to go on holiday during the summer, in July and August. It's too expensive. And that would lighten the load on the channel. That would lighten the load on the airports. Instead of all being compact, all at the same time, it could be spread out over the year. Also means holiday rentals, that obviously the prices will be more balanced over the year. It used to be. Now it's just everything's got out of hand. Maybe it's an argument, for Keir Starmer to actually help take some of the pressure off. Now he's been getting a huge amount of pressure at the moment, hasn't he? Everyone wants to attack Keir Starmer. He's just caught in the power, and all of a sudden, everything he's done apparently, which he hasn't done nothing really, because Parliament hasn't been sitting. They're not sitting. So, there's no new laws. The Labour Party hasn't brought in any new laws. No Fanet Council hasn't acted on new laws that that Keir Starmer has brought in, saying that you get £100 fine if you lie. Not like if you swear. Sorry, if you swear, and other people can hear you. These are rules and laws that have been out since 1986, brought in by Margaret Thatcher, not the Labour Party. I'm not saying they wouldn't do that, because I'm not being funny. Something needs to be done. The freedom of speech is extremely important, I agree. It really is. Freedom of expression. The freedom to protest is extremely important. Not freedom to riot or to terrorise, but the freedom to protest. To make your point. It is important. Well, but no. Those who feel that they're being attacked, those on the right, again locked up, they don't like it. They want they want the freedom of protest. Actually, they want the freedom to riot, don't they? It's just ridiculous. These are things I've been screaming out for They've been arguing for it. Lock up the left, you know. But when it is lock up the right, they ain't happy. It's quite funny, really, to see. Oh, yeah. Hello there, little bitch. And Stephen Birmingham. Imagine talking about other people. Crazy way to spend time. Talking about other people? Well, sod them. I don't care. I'm sitting there, or laying there in my hammock. Got a bear over here, right? Is that really that bad? Eh? It's a beautiful day. That is. That's my view from my house. So, I don't think I'm that worried, actually. I'll talk about other people, especially with people like Andrew Tate. That man is just evil, including the likes of J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, who are quite frankly being drawn over the coals and are absolutely desperate at the moment well, remain relevant. They're losing support big time to Kamala Harris, including Republicans supporting, endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walsh. Have you seen their, their campaigns? Have you seen how they're filling the stadiums? And flipping Trump is barely, space everywhere around him. People are waking up, I hope. I do live in Bulgaria. I do. Okay. Uncle Bulgaria. Yeah, he's a legend. The Wombles. Oh my God, they're the days, aren't they? When you think back when I was a boy, and the things we used to get subjected to on television, you know, some rather blatant racist stuff, some rather blatant, how to put it, sexually orientated stuff, quite so fit innuendo. Yeah, where's Bungle these days anyway? Yeah, Magic Roundabout and all that, That's crikey. And then we got also the Black and White Minstrel Show, Romson's Jam, all these racial stereotypes and stuff. It's just crikey, No wonder we've been indoctrinated, actually by the BBC. Romania, cheers for that, friend. Yeah, I said Bulgaria several times like an idiot. Will Farage be getting his informed UK political information from Tata Head when he's in the nick? One of his cars, I think, was that a Lada or like a Fiat 128 or something? I thought, what? I don't look like a supercar. That was in very good condition, mind. They look completely restored. It's probably got a bit of value, but there was Ferraris, Maseratis. I think there's even the Pagonis under there. And various others. All, 30 million quid's worth just gone, just like that. Taken away on low load, on recovery trucks. Are you going for a French passport nationality? Now, the French government, they've toughened up on it now. I wish I did it ages ago, but they've toughened up on it to basically suck up to the right. Because they were losing support, weren't they? But, will I? I will when I'm ready. I'm not ready yet. My French is not good enough. I really struggle with pronunciation. I struggle to speak now as it is. I have to kind of, even on these live streams, I have to, what's the word? Prepare myself for it. Because I lose my voice really quickly now. Because I got this fibromyalgia. It's affected my voice. I used to be really squeaky, and now I'm like all hoarse. And it's I get to a point where I can't. Nothing comes out. It's probably a good thing. Hello, Ben Riddens. Hope you're well. How you diddling? Hey, how you diddling, my friend? Yeah, if I thought I was confident enough to do it, I would definitely do it. I'm not confident enough. No, I know I'll fail. Not all of us voted for Brexit. I was in the 48. Yeah, I didn't vote for Brexit. Oh, I thought it was a stupid idea. You can see it was a stupid idea from the outset. No one was talking about the facts. Everyone was just talking about feelings. Feelings, for Christ's sake. You can't base things on just feelings, wants and desires. It's quite an easy one to sell in at sovereignty. Oh, they're controlling us. Oh, we're under the fist of the EU and all that. Brussels, under the fist of Brussels. We were in Brussels. Nigel Farage was in Brussels. You know, when he bothered to turn up. Has anyone woken up yet? Because quite frankly, Nigel Farage, he didn't turn up hardly ever at all, other than to have a rant. The EU Commission and all that. And he hadn't even bothered to turn up at Clacton. When he did, he didn't speak to anybody. He was there the other day, a couple of days, just because he was getting a lot of criticism. Didn't speak to anybody. It was all staged. He's going to America again now, isn't he? For God's sake. How can you do your job as an MP if you're never there? What about surgeries? Are you going to be doing any surgeries? Talking to his so-called people who voted for him? Gullible lot. Sorry. One of the things I was surprised about was that Labour, a working party, did not reinstall the so-called EU laws that protected the rights of workers. And that is a major red light for me. Yeah, fair point. I'll tell you what, there is a potential. I know people say you can't change Trade Cooperation Agreement, but there was something that the European Union did actually suggest when Richie Sunak was the Prime Minister, and that was to have a 3-year common travel area of visa-free travel for under 30s. That was an EU suggestion, but Richie Sunak said no. To me, that was a no-brainer. So basically, he didn't want anything to do with the EU whatsoever, basically, because we're going back into the EU now. That's what you get, which is rubbish. Keir Starmer's going to take us back into the EU. Besides, there ain't no going back. There's just going in. And there's a whole lot of stuff we'd have to do first before we could get anywhere near joining the European Union again. I wish it wasn't that difficult, but I think we've got a long way to go. Because quite frankly, while we're in the EU, we were actually not abiding by the rules then. The rules of entry. And now we're out, so somehow we'd have to revert back to we have to go back in time to the rules come in after we joined originally. We obviously got the Copenhagen thing, was 1993. Copenhagen criteria. So we're nowhere near. We're nowhere near joining the European Union. So anyone who thinks that we're going to join anytime soon, and any Brexiters think, oh, they're going to take us back into the EU. No, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. I wish it would, but I can't see it. Bear and hammock, exactly. Yeah. Oh, crikey, after F4, it's a full month now, crikey. Oh, I've got to go to a party, apparently. I've been told. Let's say garden party. It's a lovely day and what have you. It's beside the lake and that, so it'll be quite good. But I was going to leave a bit earlier and come back here to do my live stream, but nothing's working. Everything's flipping broken. Well, my router is anyway. There's something going on with it, so we've got to take it back to the orange shop, and hopefully they'll do an exchange for another one once I tell them what's wrong with it. So it's a pain. Oh, thank you very much, friend. What's that? What's going on here? Who would you rather have as Prime Minister, Donald Trump or Boris Johnson? Oh my God, that's a difficult one. As much as I loathe Boris, I would pick him. Yes. Boris Johnson, he's a likeable rogue in some ways. Once you get to know who the rogue is and what he's really about, you realise no, he isn't likeable, he's an arsehole. But the thing about Donald Trump is just incompetent. Completely and utterly incompetent. At least Boris Johnson had an agenda, even if it was his own agenda. You know, I think you know where you are. And also he did have some environmental traits as well. You know, probably pushed on by his father because his he likes elephants. He likes elephants and slapping MPs bums. Yeah, he likes doing that as well apparently. Anyway, going back to Andrew Tate, I just want to play this because it's about 4 minutes long, but it is just a few little highlights from Andrew Tate. I say that and it's just jumped up. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Oh, hang on, I saved it, so let's go into there. Bring it up over here. That should be over here somewhere. Because I saved it. Because I knew it was going to happen, and it did. Others. Is that the one? That might be the one. Let's have a look. Just once. Yep, there we go. If you don't know who Andrew Tate is, let's give you a little idea what he's about.
Two girls have claimed Andrew Tate approached them on social media when they still attended school.
The PhD course is my recruitment system. A PhD is a pimp and hose degree. So the recruitment process is, you message them on Instagram.
I was contacted by Andrew Tate, the older of the Tate brothers, 3 years ago when I was just 16.
Daria was 16 when she says she received a private message on Instagram 2 years ago from Andrew Tate's account. It read simply, Romanian girl, followed by a strawberry emoji.
What do you inbox the woman? I live in Bucharest, Romania. That doesn't matter if I'm in London, Bucharest, Moscow, anywhere I am. I just say Bucharest question mark, or Moscow question mark, or London question mark. Sometimes, because like I said, intrigue, I'll put a completely pointless emoji on the end. Some cherries, or an orange, or a strawberry.
I asked around to my other friends and my classmates, who were also 15, 16 at the time, and a couple of them also told me they received messages.
So I messaged her, she's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck. Know about me.
It was a pretty well-known fact that he had kind of a network of young girls.
I mean, it's like, what the fuck would I write for you? You've got a fit sister who's 16, maybe. Muslims have the best frame on earth. I want a virgin wife at 16 who's going to obey me. That's what I want. You know, you said it looks like I'm in a teenage girl's bedroom. Yeah. To some people, that would be an insult, but to me, I find that quite flattering, to be honest. You know, like, that's exactly what you'd expect. I'm fucking all these 16-year-old women,
Cover
or
your kids' ears
18-year-old
up.
women, whatever the law is in America. 18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16. I think.
All right, in Romania, 16. Sorry.
He employed or forced, we don't know, to do video chat for him and who knows what else.
The girl you start with is the most important girl. Because the girl you start with is going to be your bottom bitch.
He's talking about his webcam business.
My first girl was so good, it was easy. She got to get a good one. And I'm going to find
Got to get a good one.
fucking
A commodity.
I've got my main bitch, my bottom bitch, Vivian. So, Vivian here. That's how it started. I met Vivian in Slovakia. We had a long-term relationship thing. I was living in England. I moved her to England to be with me to start doing my webcam company. So Vivian's been with me 6 years.
So he's been with Vivian for 6 years, right?
Because Vivian's younger. Vivian's like 21.
Vivian's 21.
She's 15
And
at
at this
the time.
point, he's been her girlfriend for 6 years.
So, Vivian here.
It means that they met when she was 15 years old.
There's a video from 10 years ago that showed me in a sexual act with one of my ex-girlfriends. You message one other guy ever again whether we're together or not again. You understand me? Do you understand me? Say it then. Say I understand. Say it like you say it again. Say I understand. I don't mention webcam until after I've had sex with the girl. You, your bottom bitch, the new girl, you go out for fucking a nice dinner. Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear from a girl. And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl.
Yes, the woman he has been up, it was nothing but a sex play. Consensual.
It means that they met when she was 15 years old.
When I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger.
My friend, show everyone how pretty you are. Get on your knees and show everyone how pretty you are. Look at the camera. Show everyone how pretty you are. Show the camera your tattoo. it say?
Tate.
Why does it say Tate?
Because I'm his whore.
You are my whore.
But after I started this business and realized that the only way I can get girls to work for me is to fuck them first, I became militant. It became my job to fuck girls. I was fucking ruthless. I mean, every day I send 20 Instagrams. Imagine from the second you're 15, 16 and you're hot, you have some of the most successful rich men in the world blowing up your Instagram.
I was contacted by Andrew Tate when I was just 16. I had just made my Instagram account.
There are laws to prevent them from doing it. That's how much. Yeah.
And they still try. That's how you recruit girls. Do not recruit girls any other way.
Call me Shipset. What's your ID?
Stop. I get no idea what the guy's like. Now it involves kids as well, including his own children. Women that he's impregnated. Not him being a father or anything like that, no. He's impregnated. And he thinks he's a real man. No. A real man provides for his kids. Provides for his family. You know? Even if this, you're separated or anything like that, you still take care of your children, don't you? And your grandchildren, and do what's right by them. I've got 6 kids. It hasn't always been easy. I've got 11 grandchildren now. Sometimes it's tough. You still do your best by your children. It's not always perfect, but you do your best. That's what matters. You've got people like that about who's willing to just take some father's child and break them. It's a bit like Donald Trump and Epstein and all those people. You've been involved with, and that nonce, Prince Andrew. These are people's children, fathers and mothers' children. They've just been ruined. These kids, they don't get over it, or they end up taking the wrong turn somewhere. Just like rape victims. They never get over it. So it is important that people like that get drawn over the coals and end up just removed from society to protect other people. So they can't do it again. That's why we have a justice system, a judicial system. That's why we have prisons, to protect society. It's not good enough to allow these people just to carry on doing what they're doing to make families' lives, and families just break up over it as well. So for all the the right wingers out there who say, "Oh yeah, a loss of our freedoms." What, your freedoms to rape? No. Your freedoms to abuse? No. Your freedoms to make people feel that to live in fair, like LGBTQ plus, what have you. And other minority groups who feel that they're always the target. They're always being made the victim. Because they've been attacked all the while. And now we have libraries removing flipping books. Books, for Christ's sake. Books are bits of paper, words in, all right? Some school libraries. Because they might have something about gay or something like that, or Jerry was a mermaid or something stupid like that, But worrying about LGBTQ, plus, I can never remember, I don't know why. But, reading books, trans women reading books to children, totally innocently, and then they get accused of paedophilia. It's just ludicrous. And you got people like Andrew Tate, who's made has amassed huge amounts of money on the basis of that as a trade. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Where ego thrives and empathy dies. That's so true. I think we've got to a point now where everything's come to a head, and we have to take a harder stance on, strong stance on these people. And if the right wing don't like it, that's just tough. As long as there's clear lines, the rules are clear, as long as the rules are clear, which they have been for a very long time, is that there's been stretched and no one's been acting on them. There hasn't been no legal. No, the legality was there, the rules were already there, but there was no one to actually enforce them. Little Weekend, yes. They have a target on. Oh, I say they have a target on their ideology falls apart when they turn on each other. Yeah, they do turn. They have been. Look what's been happening recently. Nigel Farage and Andrew Tate were endorsing each other. Photographs of them together. Buddies and all that. And then Nigel Farage, after those poor girls were murdered, what have you, said it was somebody coming on the boat and it was a Muslim, what have you, it wasn't a British citizen who murdered those little girls, poor little things. And Nigel Farage said, oh, that was because Andrew Tate published it. Andrew Tate said it was. And now all of a sudden, Andrew Tate is attacking Nigel Farage, and Nigel Farage is attacking Andrew Tate. They've got no substance, these people. They've got no morals, they've got no substance. There's nothing they're shadow people. They're actually relatively uncomplicated in many ways. Because they're so blooming obvious. Senior officials working in Downing Street over the past year have drawn up a plan for announcing the death of Larry the Cat. What? We've got Larry the Cat. He's here. He's in the chat. Yes, he's vile. You're right. That's Larry the Cat. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate are vile individuals, but they're not alone. There's many like them. I quite can't remember the name of the guy now. There's an individual, I think he used to be on talk radio or something before Talk TV. And he's going about, he's got about 500,000 subscribers, so 650,000 subscribers. Mukhtar 2C TV or something, that's what it's called. Something like that. And he's trying to push a load of right-wing nonsense. And he justifies it by literally telling his audience again and again and again that he speaks the truth, he speaks the truth, he speaks the truth, he speaks the truth. Say enough times, it is the truth in their minds. See, it's people easily brainwashed. And unfortunately, it's very difficult now to find the truth in many ways, because so-called trusted sources, like the BBC, they don't always... they're not always online. They're always not online. What's the phrase? It's like when you got a truth, a sort of lie masked by truth, and omission, omitting certain facts, which then just changes the whole, the narrative of the story. It's just you've got to have the facts. You can't go on about the economy, how the economy ain't doing too well at the moment, and don't bring in one of the major factors that's actually causing a huge amount of problems, such as Brexit. The fact it's hard to trade now. You can't talk about the lack of food on the supermarket shelves, and we can't get this, that, and the other without including Brexit, which has pretty much curbed our ability to have free transport of goods across the channel. Everything's become more complicated. Complicated and expensive. It's not possible. But they do it. And that's the BBC for you. They publish some blooming good articles. They have some really good shows, on TV and what have you. If you watch the BBC at all, But also there's a load of rubbish. There's a load of stuff there with a lot of information that they don't want to talk about. It's like they do not want to talk about. They don't want, as you know, they don't want to mention the B word. No. Now, what I've said in the past, and I'll say it again. I'll say, if you don't acknowledge the thing that's causing the problems, well, then you're never going to solve the problems, are you? You just can't. Same with me with woodworking. Well, I don't acknowledge that maybe my piece of wood's bent, you know. Oh, that's not bent. No. It's all in your mind. Yeah, those rules over there, that square, well, and those winding sticks, they're lying. Yeah. You got to acknowledge the truth. The truth is just simple. There's a thing about truth and lies. Lies are complicated, truths are simple. It should be really easy to indoctrinate people with the truth instead of the lies, you know. When you get crazy harebrained stuff that's flying around and people believing this stuff, what do they believe stuff? They're so mad. Yet when you try and tell them the truth or show them the truth, which is so obvious, you know. This is a tree, by the way, you know. It's no, it's not. It's not a tree. You should be able to sell the truth very easily, but no one's listening. Well, these people aren't anyway. Unfortunately, they represent quite a large proportion of the population. So you would hope it'd be easy to try and bring them back on the side with some truth. I'm not talking about just politics, you know, truth in general. Like, for instance, the climate crisis, you know. The fact that ice shelves are just falling into the sea and melting. The fact fish are dying because the water temperatures are too high. These are all signs, you know. It's all signs that we're going through a bit of a change at the moment. They have to have a target or an ideology. Oh, sorry, they falls apart when they've done it already. Sorry. The boy cat lived until he was a month from being 24. Blimey. Are you talking about Sir Larry the cat? Or Larry the cat? Crikey, the cat was 17 years old. Blimey. That's a good old age. Oh, the cats can live into the 20s, can't they? Rumours of my demise have been gravely exaggerated, says Sir Larry the cat. I've arrived. We are talking over this stream. So I'm confused. I had that cat in my late 40s since I was a teen, and he died 7 years. Crikey, that was right by age. There's man juice everywhere. Okay. I'm thinking of getting a house cat from a cat. Oh, from a cat charity, cat protection. We've got a cat now. That was one we rescued. That was on the road. Little kitten on the road, about to get run over. There was a pair of them. We managed to get one of them. We couldn't get the other one. That was a stray, and it's not a stray anymore, obviously. And all our dogs are rescues. So from animal charities here. And we used to foster a lot. Foster. We used to foster a lot for what we call the SPA, which is a bit like the RSPCA in the UK. Need a spanner. Do you want a spanner? Can I do it for me? I can. As moderator. There you go. You're now a moderator. We should be. Joel, welcome aboard. You're now a spanner. I think I should trust you by now, shouldn't I? Oh, but it's been a long while now, my friend. Oh, Larry was a rescue cat. Oh. How deep does the rabbit hole go? Yeah, flip it down. The 600 ml of man juice on your face. Balls are rubbing on your chin. What the hell? Are you okay? Do you need to go and see somebody? For God's sake. Talk about my cat. Okay. What amazes me is all the UK farmers that voted for Brexit. Yes, 59. They did a poll just before Brexit, which showed that 59% of farmers wanted Brexit. 59%. So it's not all of them, but a lot of them did. Now, those who understood their industry obviously didn't vote for it because it was a ridiculous thing to do. We still have to send meat abroad to be packaged in the Netherlands. We don't have enough butchers in the UK to do all this stuff, or vets to do all the stuff. You know, I'm not a farmer, so I wouldn't know. Although I do grow veg. Cheers from Italy, old wise lion. Wise lion. Was it the Maine? Free universal healthcare up here and EU sorted. Come on over, yes. Now, the healthcare here in France, I have several issues because I've been fibromyalgia and I have bad thyroid and shit like that. It's been a bit of a learning curve, but also it's been a bit of a process to get diagnosed because obviously what it is. But at least it's quick. I mean, when I say quick, if for instance I get a prescription for a scan, I just phone up the hospital, the scan department at the hospital, make an appointment. Usually get it within a week. You go up there and you come out with scans, your X-rays, whatever you're going to have, and within about 30 minutes, you got it all. And they also get sent to your GP as well, or your specialist, whoever's looking after you. It's fast, and it's peace of mind. Instead of waiting like 2 weeks to get your results or to get an appointment with the doctor, which you don't know what's going on, you get a brief diagnosis there and then, you know, which puts your mind a little bit at rest, or at least just have some idea what's going on. It makes more sense. It really does. And they're very keen here on preventative treatment. So, for instance, if you need something, scans, what have you, preemptive scans, you know, or the poo scan, like a smear test for your butthole. You know, they do a lot of that here in France. You know, Carol already has her mammograms and all that sort of stuff. She's also done the poo one. It's a cancer test, basically. I feel quite. And also, we have regular blood tests. I don't think I ever had a blood test in the UK all those years. Apart from obviously, if I had another issue, but even then, I don't think I didn't have any issues. So, getting older now. Getting an old git now. Don't let the cat out of the bag. These people appear from time to time. Sorry, folks. Also, it's a great guy. Thank you, buddy. Tolerant and funny, but let's keep watching the stream. Yeah, but there's always going to be people out there, aren't they? They're going to want to attack you because you're not on the same wavelength as they are, or maybe they're some Russian bot, or maybe they feel they need to protect their Andrew Tates out there. You know, that ilk. You're going to get that. And when the kind of people who think Donald Trump is God's gift. He's the Messiah. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. But he is. It's actually quite nice sitting out there, I told you. It is. Quite a pleasant day today. Although I should be cutting the grass. There you go. Hello, Top Smoke. More pre-Brexit nostalgia. Oh, I remember the days when we used to have the common travel area. Oh, we could just hop on the old motorbike and just pop over whenever we felt the whim to do so. Get our camembert or have mules and Fritz. I don't know, whatever. Tickled your fancy. That's all over now, unfortunately. It will be this year anyway. And next year, well, yeah, over the next 14 months, we're going to be seeing quite a few changes. Quite a few changes. It's going to make life harder for people, but also more expensive. My ambition is to beat a Russian bot. I thought he was, Top Smoke. I got another little lazy the other day, Top Smoke. Yeah, little self-contained one. I'm gonna do a. I did unboxing with my granddaughter. That might have been a bit of a mistake, but I did that. But she was quite funny, mind. She started getting a little bit had bored, so then she started playing, messing about, being annoying. You're a young whippersnapper, 54 years of age. Yeah, blooming old git, I feel now, and everything's falling apart. I'll tell you something though. If anyone tells you that fibromyalgia is just in your head, it's got nothing to do with your bloody brain anyway. But no, it buggers you up. I am absolutely buggered. I really am. And I seem to be coming to a point now, it's sort of coming to head, and all these problems all come together. Especially when you know what it is. It's not great. How's little Grace? Little Grace is absolutely fine. She's currently doing her Kumon at the moment, which is like extra education thing that she does. We've been doing some extra maths with her as well, multiplications. I made her a multiplication thing on the laser, so you can just fill it. It's back like a blackboard thing, so you can just fill it in. And that turned out really well. She's been using that a lot. You've got to try and make it fun for them. Education's got to be fun, isn't it? Oh, crikey, I just pressed the button. What the hell? The honey sauce, go away. Oh, I can't bear it. Honey sauce. It's like some sort of showreel or something like that. What was that? Oh my god. She's no earth for kit, I'll tell you. No, don't want that. Stop. Just stop. Oh, it stopped. Good. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it is a worry though, isn't it? That we've been heading to really dark times, but I think we've now got this hump we've got to get over, and hopefully, governments, not just in the UK but around the world, because you think what's happening in Venezuela, they've been putting pressure on the likes of Elon Musk, for instance. He'd probably get arrested there. Brazil, the judge in Brazil has just ruled that he's got Elon Musk has got to remove certain posts and what have you and accounts on Twitter. And Elon Musk says, "No, I'm not going to do that." That's what he says, but it's not that. He just doesn't want to get fined. We're talking about huge amounts of money, which Elon Musk he got fined. Like for instance, with the EU, the likelihood he's going to get fined from the EU, it should be 6% of turnover. I know Twitter's not earning as much money as it was. It's been devalued by. He's lost 83% of his advertisers on Twitter. 83% of them. He's basically funding that himself now, just to keep it afloat. And they're saying he's going to have to. He's got to sell more stocks in Tesla, which could actually drive down the stocks for the whole of the Tesla group, because that cause a huge problem. But he's lost his mind. He really has. Is it the ketamine? Maybe. He's admitted that he's a regular user of it. He wouldn't say he's addicted. I don't know how addictive it is. I imagine it's fairly addictive. But he's just another one of them, isn't he? He's just like Andrew Tate, so-called freedom of speech. Freedom of speech has never given you the level of freedoms that these people seem to think that does. There's always been rules. The United States has rules. The UK has rules. The EU has rules regarding freedom of speech. You can't constantly denigrate people and expect not to be held to account for it. So, yes, he did. Musk promised a man-to-Mars mission years ago and can't even run a social media company. No, he's killed it. He's killed it. There's apparently on the 25th of next month, was it? I think it's next month. They're talking about a boycott. There's like a mass walkout of Twitter, apparently. I don't think people will do it, though, but I'd actually think that we should be doing that. I think we should be countering the crazies. Going on Andrew Tate's flipping message board or whatever it is and try and hold these people to account, or getting the information off there and actually posting it elsewhere to expose these people if you don't want to promote their actual channel or their accounts. Is that a quarter litre? So like 250 ml? So in the cafe here, a beer is around €1 to €2. And double that it's about €2 here in the cafes. If you took the PMU bars, 2 to €250. Yeah, so that's okay. It's not too bad. Jack Black, that's me. How many times have I heard that? Crikey. It must be in the hundreds. Absolutely hundreds, if not thousands of times. I get especially on my other channel, my woodworking channel, Wally Broughter, I must get 2, 3, maybe 4 comments a day at least. Oh, I didn't know, but Jack Black did woodwork. £8 it. Blimey, that is cheap, Joel. Crikey, that's really cheap. No, it's a lot dearer here. 500 ml, half a litre for between €1 and €2. That's ridiculous cheap. Wine, though, on the other hand, is extremely cheap here. €8 for a pint. Flipping hell. Is that right, Top Smoke? What a pathetic thing to do. Alright. So Jeremy Clarkson, the man who punched his producer, has banned Stick. Storm Calmer, representative, or Calm Stormer. Stick Keir from his new pub, Jeremy Clarkson's pub. He's banned them. That's so childish, isn't it? You know, it's just ridiculous. Jeremy Clarkson, the man who said, "Oh, I'd like to see Meghan Markle walk naked through shit or something or other." Well, people throwing poo out or something, I don't know, something like that. He's a horrible man. Absolutely horrible man. Can't believe I watched that program for so many years. You could program Twitter in a couple of days, probably. It's a servers, isn't it? It's like a lot of stuff. Now, when I used to have the radio station with my brother-in-law in the UK, we had 4 servers and like a controller. That's like five servers in total. When we were basically we were broadcasting a long time ago. We had ISDN lines back then. We were broadcasting basically unsigned radio, unsigned music, bands and stuff like that. Leona Lewis was on first broadcasted on our radio. We used to publish broadcast on Sky as well, Sky Radio. Long time ago, 2003 I think it was, about that. 2003, 2004, we were doing that. Yes, but yeah, it was complicated stuff back then. Wine is cheaper. Sorry, a good bottle of Portuguese red wine, a Borba, is around €6 to €10 at the supermarket, and that is cheaper, not bad, around €4. You can get a bottle of wine here for as little as about €1.90 to €2. And it's all right, it's not great. Obviously, it's a cheap bottle of wine. There are some of these budget kind of stores here as well. You can get bottles of Spanish wine for around €1.50 to €2 plus. So which also all right, Although I avoid screw tops. Yeah, he's still got a pub. Been banned from the Clarkson pub. Anyway, how long have we been online? Just to check this. 1 hour and 9 minutes. Right. Now the thing is, if people go on about this ETIS thing, as it's a visa, it's not a visa. It's not even really a visa waiver. It's just a way just to check up on you, make sure we want you. You've still got the rights to travel via visa, without visa free regarding the Schengen for any longer than that, you're going to need to apply to each individual country. Like, for instance, you then need say France, for instance, if you want to travel to France, you obviously got your 1980 days anyway. But say, for instance, you want to stay here for a year, you can get a year visa, a French visa. It doesn't give you the right to work, though. You need to get a work permit to do that. Now, the thing is, once you got there, if you decide, oh, I'll stay a bit longer, you could end up for your CTS, so your residency card. You could do that then, and then you'll get a 5-year one. Once you've done that, you can then apply for your 10-year one. So, because they semi-trust you then. It doesn't make you a citizen. It does give you certain rights. It does allow you to work. Once you've got that, like for instance, I work here. I pay my taxes here in France. It's just how it is. If you earn the money, you've got to pay taxes. So what tiny amount I earn on, for instance, super chats on here and stuff like that, I have to pay tax on like anyone else who's earned money. Or if I sold stuff on Etsy, or if I've made some doors for somebody or shutters, I've got to pay my taxes like anybody else. And I pay my taxes every 3 months. That's how I do mine. It's all done online. It's all very simple. It's just how it is. I don't grudge it though. I actually feel getting value for money. Anyway, the healthcare is very good, and yes, the healthcare here is it isn't fully incorporated. It's not like the UK where basically it's all free at the point of use or point of service. You've got 2/3 of it's paid, and you basically have a mutuelle, which is an insurance policy that covers the difference. Now, that's actually not a lot of money. Me and Karen don't pay a lot. We'd probably, if it was national insurance, we'd probably be paying that, if not more, more than what we're paying at the moment, if you base it on the income or what have you. Also here, they got rid of a lot of the taxes, such as your habitation tax. They got rid of that, so we have no habitation tax anymore. You do pay for your bins, that's separate. No TV licence anymore, that's all gone. Under Macron, yet the French people aren't happy with them. They're paying a lot less now than they were before. You have to pay your tax for instead, which is actually your land tax. Like, for instance, there's a tax associated with all my land here, and obviously the land the house sits on. And it's just, how it is, When we first moved here, our land tax was €170 a year. It's more now, obviously. It's, I can't remember what it's now. It's about 260 now. That's 14 years later, so it's not too bad. But the habitation's gone. We don't have that to pay for anymore. So we just have to pay for the bins, basically. That's it. So over the this is equivalent of the council tax, in the UK. How many thousands do you have to pay? I know I was paying over 2,000 back then. It gets biggish house and what have you, but still a lot of money to find. Things changed. Since we've been here, things have changed, but for the better. For individuals, you can survive here relatively cheaply, provided that you want to put the work in. So, unlike in the UK, even if you were growing your own food and stuff like that, or living off grid, you still got to pay a huge amount of bills, haven't you? Like council tax, for instance. Our baseline expenditure's fairly low. It's reasonably low. But if food's expensive though, in comparison to what it is in the UK now, compared to what it used to be in the UK, food is quite pricey here and has gone up quite a bit. But we grow a lot. We preserve a lot, and we keep that and eat it during the year and the following years. We grow for more the following year, and one year you might do really well with tomatoes, another year might do really well with potatoes, another year might be some brassica crop or a root crop or something. Well then, you build up a stock. We've got a pantry full of jars of this and jars of that. So you've always got food. We can feed ourselves, even if we've got the money. And we have been, periods of time where we have been pretty brassic. We're pretty brassic at the moment, to be fair, but we don't really have enough coming in to to be honest, because I earn most of my money on YouTube, which is a bloody big mistake. It really is, you know. But one day you might be able to build it up and maybe, across the channels earn enough to keep your head above water. We'll see. I'm not going to be Andrew Tate, am I? I ain't got no web girls. No webcams here. Thank you. Not that kind, anyway. So come. Hello, just saying. Hope well. You can tune in every Sunday and get a free Marcus wine. Well, how about stout? But not you're on the boat. I don't need a wine. To be honest, I'll just expose. The thing is, you see, we're okay-ish, you know. The thing is, we're here, we've got a home, we've got no mortgage or anything like that. We sold a house in the UK and managed to move over here and restore our home because basically it was a wreck. It still need work. And our cost of living's low, so we're like that, we're fairly okay. And also, it's a beautiful place. You know, we've got a lovely house, it's a lovely place we live. So we're very fortunate. I feel sorry for all those people cramped in these little properties and that, and they can't actually make ends meet and stuff, because they're chasing the tail constantly. Why does Marx constantly speak about money? Is he applying to be an Aberdonian citizen? No, that's okay. You can live virtually free in Scotland living off porridge. You've still got taxes. So you can't live free. Are you processing your own water? We are. Alright, anyway. I am going to... Hey, who's that? Who's this? You can say hello. Come here, sweetheart. This is my little Grace. Hello. People are there. I can see you. I can see you from other countries. They can. What have you been doing? Don't talk the camera. What have you been doing?
I've been drawing in the camper van.
You've been drawing in the camper van?
Yeah.
We managed to fix the camper van, haven't we?
Yeah.
Not quite 100% fixed yet, but at least it starts now, doesn't it?
And you done the trickiest part.
Done the trickiest part, yeah.
Yes.
Let's put another fuel pump in it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you love Grandad? Grandpa, do you?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, crikey. I love you too. All right, there you go. Oh, I've got hair in my face. Do you like cuddles?
Yeah.
You do,
Willie
don't
was
you?
shaking.
Well, he was shaking, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. There he comes.
Nana thought he'd had a fit.
He might have. He might have another one. She's talking about my little dog, Wally. He has he has these epileptic fits. So, anyway, I think we're going to say toodaloo. Do we say toodaloo?
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. There you are. What are you doing with your hand? What are you covering the lens up for? That's the sort of annoying thing I would do to you when you're watching television or something. Or something on your tablet. I'll stand in front of it, wouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Not the camera ever doing that. Huh? You're a little munchkin, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are we going to go canoeing later? We're going to party today, aren't we?
Yeah.
When do we want to go canoeing? Kayaking, actually. No, it'll be canoeing, actually. It's open top. So it'll be canoeing.
I don't know.
Don't know.
You choose.
I'll choose. Okay, we'll go this week anyway. Yeah?
Did you say toodaloo already? Is it off now?
No, it's still running. It's still there. They're still looking at. We're still watching you. Yeah, rocking Grandad into the phone. You precious?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. You special?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. You modest? You modest? Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, well, I'll teach you later.
Are you going to say toodaloo yet?
Toodaloo. Okay, let's say toodaloo. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. There you are, look. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
She's special, she is, anyway. Oh, crikey, you're rocking me. You make me seasick. Bye, bye, bye. Andrew Tate is a boy. Okay. I'm trying to press the button. There we go. Anyway, have a lovely Sunday. What's left of it? I won't be live tonight, just so you know, because I've got technical issues. And my things keep breaking. Yeah. It's her fault. It's her fault. And it is. It's your fault. Yes, it is. I said it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Toodaloo.